North, in Noka South, in Ogbaru, in Orumba. So it was like a free-for-all. In fact, you even see some of the party agents, engaging people, canvassing, for vote on election day. Quite a number of inducements. There was a particular place where it was reported that they have to dole out, clothes, to people to actually come out to vote on election day. Then in some of the polling units as well, you see as low as 500 party agents giving potential voters 500 naira. And as high as 5,000 naira to come out and to come and cast, their vote, for their political party. That is, prevalent as well in Anambra State.
And all parties were involved in that.
Yeah.
Or was it just a particular party?
No, it wasn't a party. That's why I said it's like a free-for-all. You see quite a number of them, doing that.
The reason I say this is because now we see, the PDP candidate saying that this is not acceptable, that what transpired, the results that came out at the end of the day did not quite reflect what happened on the field. I'm not asking you to be a judge, but would you say that from what you saw on the field, the results that you saw were any different?
People didn't come out to vote. There was large voter apathy, so we wouldn't expect, much more people than what we had at the end of the day to come out, to vote on it. You can only, justify this when you have a larger number of people coming out to vote on election day. So, but from, what actually, transpired on election day, it's quite obvious that people they are not interested in the process. So they didn't want to come out. So it's going to be a bit dicey, for someone to say that what actually transpired was not reflective of what happened on election day. So I wouldn't know what he was actually talking about. Maybe if he come out in critical terms, to say, okay, because of X, Y, Z. So I believe the result of the election did not, transpire, what actually happened on election day.
So for the people of Anambra State, what would you be saying to them after this elections? Now we see the governor trying to call everybody, say it was a hard-fought election, but he's calling his brothers to join hands with him, and he says it's a victory for the people of Anambra. From what you have seen that transpired on Saturday and the eventual results, what would be your thoughts on the results at the end of the day?
Yeah, I think the best they can do, just like the governor said, is to cooperate with him. And if anybody feel like grief, they should not resort to self-help. They should approach the court. The court, open a FISTA opportunity for them to actually, take a redress in the court. So if there is any grievance, towards the election, I think that's the best thing they can do, at this particular point in time. So, and for court to be able to judge, rightly. So whether the result actually transformed the yearnings and aspiration of Anambra people. But then every citizen is duty bound to, support, any government of the day, by trying as much as possible to see that things, work fine, in the state, So I think it's very, very important for them to support.
Are you surprised, though, by the fact that, the governor, the incumbent, took it by a landslide? I mean, he won in every single local government of that state.
Yeah, that is another
This is considering how closely fought the election was. It looked pretty tough.
Yeah, that was another, surprise, to some of us. But...
well, you were surprised by it.
Yeah, the reason why I actually said this is simply because other political parties, this is my personal opinion anyway. So I felt they should be able to command some measure of votes in their local government. You understand? But we were surprised. Maybe their people didn't take them serious. You understand? Because maybe they didn't live up to their responsibility, apart from the fact that you campaign to the people that they should come out and vote for you. People who really want to measure you by your manifesto. They want to measure you by your campaign promises. These are the kind of things that people actually look out for. Maybe maybe such manifestos are brief of you know, what, you know, people are actually, you know, looking out for. But as events play out, we have more insight into what actually happened, you know.
Definitely, we'll see how that, you know, what eventually transpired at the end of the day. As you said, it's a surprise considering how closely fought the election was. But we have to thank you most kindly for coming on Sunrise Daily. Olushola Babalola is the project coordinator for the Transition Monitoring Group. Sunrise Daily takes a moment. Now we'll be back shortly. Please stay with us.